we don't need props for thumbnails, right?
We don't?
No, that just became a gimmick because I had all this crap that I bought in Japan, and then we just did it for half a year.
Yeah. Most of the time, I was just making a face in your direction because you guys had props. I have a prop this time, though, so...
Well, maybe we'll make faces in your direction if I know which direction that is, and I don't. I can never tell. Is it that way?
It's that way.
They're
yeah.
always the same direction for you. You're on the right.
It's that way.
Yes, it is that
Yeah,
way.
but my
I'm the
video is
only one
reversed.
who figured this out.
But see, if I look at my video, it's reversed. So if I look that way, to me, I'm looking away from you guys. But
Yeah. That hurt. All right.
Mandar.
We've got... Okay, it hasn't hit a minute yet, so I'm just gonna keep pausing here.
pausing or stalling?
Both.
Well, then you're DQ'd.
You broke 25,000 eyeballs.
That sounds painful.
I mean, you did it. According to the total views under the feed. It just happened.
Ah, 25,006. Look at that.
Good job. Way to be seen.
I didn't know you guys could see that. I can only see it in my dashboard.
Oh, hey, MTG Dad, that is a neat news.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I will honor the eyeballs.
Oh man, I want to honor the eyeballs.
Oh, hey, I think it might be time for me to resub.
I resubbed last week.
Oh wait, here we go. Ah. There's some eyeballs.
Those are eyeballs.
Okay, now it's been going for 2 minutes, so I think we're good. Let's do a thumbnail thing.
You're gonna hold a thing this time?
Yeah.
Should I look surprised, skeptical?
I mean, I showed you what it was before we started, so.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
You did.
Okay, so here we go. Oh, wait a minute, let me fix the... There we go. Okay. Nice. You guys in your weirdly synchronized turning.
You said nice, so we knew.
Nice.
We were cute.
Nobody even had the number 69 listed anywhere, and yet I still said nice.
You know, in like 16 episodes, we're gonna have 10 of those.
10 of what? Eyeballs?
69s.
Oh.
That is not a small number of 69s.
No.
Anyway. All right, here we go. Ready for Monday Night Magic. Chat, you good?
Nope.
What? You're not chat, you're Cluze.
What?
He's right, you are. I asked your wife.
Yeah,
She said you're not chat.
she did.
Huh.
I was there. I saw the whole thing. Let's say. Anyway, here we go. Oh, jam! Hello, everyone, and welcome to another fun-filled episode of Monday Night Magic. This is Monday Night Magic.
I like the delay there.
My brain had to reset.
Like, may contain fun.
Possibly. This
Asterisk
is Monday Night
included
Magic
for free.
number 674, and I am Chewie.
Yes.
That over there is Squee,
May contain fun.
and that way over there is Cluze.
Indeed.
And JT Huffy just resubbed for 13 months. Thank you very much. Welcome back. That's over a year. Because I know
long
things.
enough to rotate.
Although, I recently did some math that just popped into my head out of nowhere. Hey, Cluze just resubbed for 6 months. 2 of them in a row. Ooh.
Yeah.
So, how come we don't have 13 months?
In a year?
Yeah.
Because the moon?
Well,
the moon is why we should have 13 months. Because there are 13 28-day months. It's 364. We just throw in an extra one somewhere.
It's about stealing things for the Romans.
Yeah, like, did they have a fear of 13 or something?
Yeah. It's the same reason that we don't have 13 constellations of the zodiac, even though the sun does travel through 13 constellations.
Oh, well, there you go.
One of them being Ophiuchus. And
Ruining everyone's zodiac sign.
yeah, well, it is the snake bearer, and no one likes that.
That sounds pretty awesome as a job.
No, it doesn't. Sounds like hell.
You create snake bears, though.
No, not that kind. Never mind.
Magic!
It's not Simic.
Oh, it's not Simic. Got
It's
it.
not Simic. It's not the
Okay.
Simic bear.
I was confused.
That's unfortunate.
All right, well, that was your daily dose of, I don't know what that was. Astronomical history?
Astrological history.
Both.
A little of both,
Yeah.
actually.
Now
Anyway,
you know.
so let's go. Like I said, Chewie, Cluze, Squee, we got that part. We got the episode number. We've got that part. Twitch.tv/themanapool. We got that part in there. All right, we're good. So news today was pretty big news. It turns out
It was more eventful than it was 12 hours ago.
Yeah, the ban and restricted announcement happened, and
Boy, did it.
I was doing some thinking right before my drive, because I had a drive today, so I was on a drive while this was going on, and I was going to predict exactly this standard. They were going to ban Veil of Summer. We knew they were going to ban Veil of Summer because they banned it in... What, they banned it in Pioneer?
Pioneer.
And if it's too good for Pioneer, it's too good for Standard. Like, let's be real. We all figured they were gonna ban Oko because Oko is Oko is Broco? Yeah.
The scourge of standard.
And then I saw that Once Upon a Time was being dropped into not green decks. Like mono red aggro decks. To get the explosive start to win on essentially win on turn 3.
Which
Not
is
actually
not
win,
acceptable in
but
standard.
get close. And I went,
Determine the outcome of the game.
exactly. And I went, what? And so I learned that last night sometime. So yeah, I was going to predict this exactly. And then I was like, oh crap, I got to go. And then I had to get up and go. And then I was on a drive and I didn't actually get a chance to tweet that out. So, but I was gonna. I swear.
These all were, reasonable to expect if you've been paying attention. So,
Yeah.
hooray.
Also, Oko got banned in Brawl.
Sure.
Because screw you. But then, look. Eternal formats. What? Renin 6 is banned in Legacy. And Narset Parter of Veils, who is restricted in Vintage. Which I'm sure makes Vintage players either happy or sad, depending on how recently they played or played against.
I mean, they get
Narset.
one match a year, right? So that'll really shake things up for next year.
It will.
So let's get into this. Because we've got all this data here.
Yeah.
Oko, let's see. 70% of decks at Mythic Championship Richmond included Oko, which, yeah.
7 out of 10 is a lot out of 10.
That seems pretty format warping.
A little bit, yeah.
For a gold card.
Based on data from high-ranked arena traditional play, it's best of 3. Only one of the other 10 most played decks, Simic Flash, had a favorable matchup against Simic-based food decks, and only just above 50%.
Yeah.
Food decks maintained an average of about a 53% non-mirror match win rate, even with the metagame focused on beating them. That is the very definition of a problem.
Yes. Yep.
So, we'll do it.
No, yep. That's when they bring up numbers in relation to why cards get banned. It's that. You break 50% win rate even when people are trying to beat it. You can't maintain those numbers without eventually getting hammered.
Yeah.
Oko.
I mean, one of the things that we have that we've brought up on this show before is that sometimes cards are not for you, and that's okay, and that's what we're trying to convince people of. But
yeah.
Look, Oko was never my kind of fun, right? It's just not the kind of card that appeals to me. But even putting aside my terrible, terrible bias against that kind of garbage and nonsense, wow, this is not good for the
Subtle.
format.
I do want to give Cluze props for being the only person who was doomsaying Oko on this show.
That's true. I was like, oh, I mean, we'll see how food works. And Cluze is like, end of all magic. And we're like, whoa.
Now, granted, if I'm remembering correctly, Cluze was more afraid of the constant free life gain from food and the +2 loyalty.
I was, yeah.
Which
than
is also bad.
The elk thing. And I think you were worried about the thievery, too.
I was more worried about the thievery.
So
But
Cluze missed the bit that was bad, but he still knew. He still
I
knew.
knew deep in my soul that this was a problem. And it was a problem.
And at the pre-release, when I got hit with the turn 3 Oko and literally had zero chance of ever winning, and then the next game I got hit with like a turn 40 Oko. It was super late in the game. And from that point on, had literally zero chance of winning. I was like, I think there's a problem here.
Yeah.
And yeah, it turns out, yeah, it was bad. So it reduced metagame diversity and diversity of gameplay in Standard by shutting off build around creatures and artifacts because they just turn into an elk.
Yeah,
You
you know what
can't
that card's
just
good
shut down
against?
two card
Decks that use permanents. That's
Yeah.
what that deck is good against.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the fact that the elk is a +1 means there's literally no downside.
Yeah, it's like, oh no. They got a 3/3.
A few weeks ago, I even saw Brian Kibler saying on Twitter that even if that was a -1, it's probably still too good. And I went, damn.
If you're not aiming for using the big ability and you just use it 3 times, it was worth it. So
4
we are.
times.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, like, most planeswalkers don't actually last more than 2 or 3 turns
Oh,
unless
yeah.
you've got a really solid lock. So most of the rest of that didn't matter. But yeah,
Yes.
gaining on it meant it was more resilient. So
It's a problem.
yeah.
Well, was.
So it was a problem, yeah. So let's see. In addition to that, Once Upon a Time and Veil of Summer were thrown out. Once Upon a
Hey,
Time.
look at that. Free things are broken.
Hey, what do you know? Once Upon a Time is one of the key reasons green has been overrepresented in the environment. Yeah. Let's see. Contributes to high consistency of strong starts and provides a level of early mana fixing that other colors don't have access to. This advantage is especially important in the context of a small 5-set standard card pool with less flexible mana bases. And arena data indicates that, without also removing Once Upon a Time, green decks would still continue to be too powerful and consistent going forward. And then Veil of Summer is probably the same thing as Pioneer. It says, let's see. Cards that played similar roles like Autumn's Veil or Display of Dominance were a lower power value than desired. And so they tried to ratchet it up with Veil of Summer, which was way too good. Way too good.
Yeah.
So it actually doesn't say here. It says it gives green decks too much resilience against removal and disruption. But it also makes it to where playing removal and disruption is pointless. So it also, well, not entirely pointless, but is much less powerful, so there's no reason to play them. So it also kicked diversity in the format in the face.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Those are gone now.
So this is going to open up the standard metagame, and hopefully it will suck less. I am glad that WotC took this drastic step and killed the face of the set and one of the key cards that everybody wants.
I'm
And
also glad that they
Summer.
waited as long as they did.
Wait,
Like-
say that again?
I'm also glad that they waited as long as they did rather than taking the initial reaction of this is too bad, it's got to go right now at the, next BNR announcement, which was like 3 weeks after the set came out.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, they
granted,
did leave it long enough that the rest of us should be able to, if we're reasonable about it, go, yeah, this is a problem.
Because if they just done that a few weeks in, before the format had a chance to attempt, then I would be sort of dubious about it. But by this point in time, it's like, this is definitively the right answer. I don't think anyone's going to argue with it. So it's a little cleaner, and we've definitely had our opportunity to address it, and we couldn't, so we played it.
Yeah. So while we're here on this subject of standard and bannings, I know this is a thing that we've talked about in the past, but I think it does bear mentioning again, mostly because I saw a tweet earlier today that reminded me of it. If you think about R&D and their function and how new cards and new archetypes and all that stuff works within the game, you kind of have this spectrum. And on one end of the spectrum, you get R&D playing it safe all the time and giving you cards that are very, very straightforward, very low power level, and nothing ever gets banned. And at the other far end of the spectrum, you've got R&D is just constantly shoving broken card after broken card after broken card in the format, and we're just banning everything all the time. And I think if we're honest with ourselves, and particularly anyone who just ordered their foil play set of these 3 cards, to try and take the salt off for a minute, we really want R&D to be somewhere in between those two. Right. And it's probably better for the game long term if we push a little bit to the make broken card side than to the play it safe side, because then at least we have interesting and dynamic formats. We have interesting formats. Let's put it that way, where major changes do happen occasionally mid-season because, something had to go. So that's all I want to say.
Yeah. All right, so moving on. We will get to the play design article in a minute. First, Oko was banned in Brawl because it says for similar reasons. But he was already banned in Arena Brawl. So now he's banned in Paper Brawl too. Okay.
Which should always probably happen anyway.
Then we have the Legacy ban, Renin 6. Apparently the reason we've been seeing Teamer Delver decks in Legacy, what little bit we see Legacy, is because Renin 6 is just brutal.
Yeah.
I think we're right.
It says in Magic Online League play over recent weeks, Teamer Delver has maintained a 56.5% win rate. And earned over 3 times as many 5-0 finishes as the next deck.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
Most importantly, it has a favorable matchup against each of the other 10 most played decks. And so, mainly because of Wasteland, which, as soon as people saw Renin 6, after the turn 1 fetch land nonsense, people went, oh, and Wasteland, what the...
Valid.
Yeah.
That's a fair response.
So, but also it says because of the -1 ability, deal 1 damage to any target, cards like Mother of Runes, Thalia, and Young Pyromancer,
Young Peasy, mean
that playing those creatures in particular was kind of bad, because just, oh, -1, it's dead. Ha 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 ha. Screw you and your entire deck.
Which admittedly seems to be what it does.
Yeah. So it says prior to the addition of Renin 6 to Teamer Delver decks, the Legacy metagame was looking healthy. So fix it.
Yeah.
Boom. Ban it in Legacy. No problem.
I have no argument against that. Makes sense.
Yeah. If you can look at the data and see where things went wrong, that's a good way to fix it.
There's your problem.
Exactly.
You got a Renin 6 in your carburetor.
Right there.
And then finally in Vintage, in the context of the fast mana and efficient card draw available in Vintage, Narset Parter Avails is contributing to one-sided games at a higher degree than is healthy. And because an early Narset Oh, it says it right here. An early Narset part reveals static ability soft locks the opposing player out of the game. So to reduce that frequency, they're restricting Narset.
Yeah, that's probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't really argue with that one.
Exactly.
You know, I kind of feel like all these bannings, if you just look at them, you just kind of go, huh, well, duh.
Yeah.
I mean, they
Exactly.
presented the appropriate data for me to agree with all of these. That goes a lot further than I feel like this is too good, but if you're just like straight up, this is good against everything and wins almost all the time, I'm like, well, yeah, you like physically burn the card. Like, just gotta go.
Take off, nuke it from orbit. Only way to be sure.
Yeah. So that's all good. Yeah, I like that. So let's hit the play design article real quick.
All right.
So Brian Hawley, who is the lead of the play design team, wrote an article about, well, it's called Play Design Lessons Learned. So apparently the deal is, starting in Battle for Zendikar, they decided to back off the power level of Standard. And, you know, which is fine. Sometimes that's a thing that happens.
It can't always go up.
Yeah, so they made
can't.
A conscious decision to just ratchet it down some, so everything wasn't always broken all the time. And from Battle for Zendikar all the way to Core Set 2019, that's what they did. Then they realized that the cards printed for Standard were printed for only Standard, which means the rest of everyone didn't care about new cards except for the weird, you know, powerful outliers. And that was it. Right. So they went, well, that's probably not good, because they want more people to buy boosters, obviously.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it says cards like Smuggler's Copter and Gideon Ally of Zendikar were dominant in ways they wouldn't be if the rest of the format met a higher bar. That was the other problem. Inside Standard, the ones that were too high in the power level completely ruined everything for everybody all the time.
Yeah.
Because if you're at a sea of sevens, then the 10 is going to rule the world.
Yeah, if you're dialing the knobs, but you're still going to have the misses, they're going to be a lot easier to feel if there are just the misses standing out on top. Like,
exactly. So they had a new design philosophy and whatever. Starting with Guilds of Ravnica, they decided they would kick it up. And so they did. Yay.
Admittedly, like, historically, Ravnica is where you kick it up. So you referenced the last two Ravnicas.
Accurate. So let's see here. It says, we think Standard is more fun at a slightly higher power level. It's easier to make cards relevant to more players without making bizarrely engineered cards laser focused on a specific niche that may or may not actually get there. Looking at you, Alpine Moon. Which, hey, that's the card that's still the card art that's still the background right here behind us on this here stream. Cause it's pretty, not cause the card is anything special. It's just pretty. So wait, let me show you. Oh, look how pretty. Alpine Moon. Okay, anyway. It says, also, while we'd opened up design space at higher mana costs, we realized we'd lost design space in the wackier strategies because a lower powered Standard couldn't absorb them as easily. So, yeah. They were going to ratchet it up and then level off and be good again. But then Oko happened.
Oops.
Yeah.
Oops, all elks.
And that's essentially what they say is, oops. It said, okay, where is it? Alongside power level, we were working on different structures for the food deck, moving planeswalkers around on the mana curve to react to shifting costs elsewhere in the file, and churning through a variety of designs to try to find something that had any hope of being a fun constructed card. So, like, when you're designing a specific, thing, and you change these mana costs over here. Well, you need to go through and like tweak other mana costs to make everything fit together properly, right? And that's what they're doing. It says earlier versions of Oko had most of their power tied up in a much broader stealing ability, which was even less fun for the opponent than turning them into an elk. And imagine less fun than what we have now. Just think about that. Just think about that.
Yeah, just let that sink in.
Okay. So, they say, ultimately, we did not properly respect his ability to invalidate essentially all relevant permanent types. And over the course of a slew of late redesigns, ding, we lost sight of the sheer raw power of the card and overshot it by no small margin. Yup. So, yeah, that's what happened. Is there were so many changes and apparently late redesigns that they went blind to the just blatant power level of the card and instead were busy trying to make it fit. Whoops. So, yeah. They go on about some lessons learned here and whatever. The TLDR is, our primary goal is, and always has been, to make our play environments as fun as possible. Part of that has been reverting our decision to power down standard, which we did gradually over the course of the last year. With Throne of Eldraine, we hit the high end of what we're aiming sets to be, outlier cards aside, meaning Oko. And our plan is to level out our sets at roughly this power level going forward. We've stumbled in a few places, but we've been watching, listening, and learning from those mistakes. So there you go. They're watching. They said, whoops. And yeah. Hopefully they'll figure that out. They said way up here at the top. To somewhere. Hang on. Where was it? Hang on, what if we go...
Yeah, I don't know what you're looking for, so I can't help.
Ah.
Okay, hang on, we gotta...
Something fire.
Design space. Ah, here we go. The story is rooted in the fact that play design is and needs to be a design team, not simply a playtesting team. Because... like, you think, at least I do, of R&D as, like, the design team who plays the thing and makes the things, and then the development team fixes it. But it's not just that. Like, if you're going to be fixing it, then you need to have something in mind for how the entire set is designed and blah da 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 da.
Yeah.
And I'm just talking now, so yeah. So that is part of the problem, but hopefully they have realized that and are addressing it. So yay! So hey, that's not the only banned and restricted update we get today, because it's Monday.
Oh man.
It is, yeah.
Take that.
So the Pioneer banned announcement. Nothing. Data from the last week of Magic Online Pioneer League play and the tournaments, because the Invitational that SCG Con did at SCG Con was half Pioneer.
Mm-hmm.
So the data doesn't indicate a conclusive need for changes at this time. So they're going to let the metagame evolve and see what happens. Now, they say due to next week's Magic Online Pioneer Week and a series of scheduled PTQs, we don't anticipate making changes to the Pioneer ban list on Monday the 25th. However, we will still post an update announcement that day and do reserve the option to make changes if needed. So in other words, if something goes horribly wrong and things break, they will ban something, schedule be damned.
All bets hedged.
Yeah. So that's your warning. if you find out that something is completely and utterly breaking Pioneer, maybe don't invest in it. But other than that, it seems okay at the moment until the metagame evolves some more. And that's that.
All right then.
Yeah. So what's been banned in Pioneer? The fetches,
Green cards.
the Felidar Guardian, the Ley Line, the Oath of Nissa, and Veil of Summer. Okay, yeah.
Green cards.
And a kitty.
One cat.
For now.
For now.
Because it interacts with green cards.
All right, so that's the big BNR updates. That was a lot, but we're good now. So moving on, Kevin Verhey tweeted last week, and we missed it. Apparently, the Mystery Booster Convention Edition will be at Magic Fests through the end of 2020. Originally, the number that I heard was it'll be at Magic Fest through the end of 2019, because like people in the Manipool Discord server were like, wow, 2 whole months. Good job. But at some point that turned into 2020, so awesome.
Well, I mean, 2019 will turn into 2020.
Unless we stop it now.
And it'll be at PAX Unplugged. You know, if that's the thing you want to do.
As will I, although I'm probably not going to play any events with the mystery boosters.
Yeah,
Find Cluze.
Yeah, find me.
Yeah, find Cluze.
It's like a different game.
He's right down there, actually. It's easy. You can find him now. He's right there.
Yeah, I'm right there.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. And there were oh wait. Nope. Already closed it. But Channel Fireball did tweet out that it'll be at all of them. Hey Cluze, where did that link go?
I pasted it in the Discord. Let me go copy that. I'll bring it back.
I thought I could just press back and it would be there, but nope. Because apparently I opened it in a new window like a dumb.
I'll paste it in the usual place.
So, well, we say it'll be at all of them, but like it was clarified that it won't be at Sao Paulo. So I wonder if they're going to run into import restrictions.
Sao Paulo was
I was
going
to say, is it because they can't import them?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if they'll run into some issues in other places, but I guess that's something they can announce if it comes up.
Yeah, they said we couldn't get them to Sao Paulo in time due to import restrictions, but they will be at the Sao Paulo in March.
Gotcha. Cool.
So, yeah, just the one got missed.
Nice.
And then, yeah, they say update, they'll be at all the Magic Fests in 2020, including MTG Seattle. I don't know why they had to include MTG Seattle in that.
Their target audience of West Coast nerds? I don't know.
Well, when you say all of them, why point out one specifically? But
maybe it's the first one. Maybe it's just the one that they're hyping the most.
Maybe it's the last one. Or I don't know. But anyway, so that's that. If you want to check those out, go to a Magic Fest and you can totally sign up and play with the gazillion card set that's meant for drafting.
Enjoy.
It'll be awesome. Right? Awesome? Right.
Awesome.
All right. Now let's do something slightly less awesome.
Yep.
Aw.
Oh, crap. Hang on. This is cropped differently because Reddit sucks. Okay, here we go. Anyone that has a Wizards account probably got this email. But there was...
Let's circle back to that, but go on.
Let's see. It says, on November 14th, 2019, this is an email from Wizards of the Coast, we learned that an internal database file from a decommissioned version of the Wizards of the Coast website login had inadvertently been made accessible outside the company.
Ta-da!
Yeah, it says it's limited to a legacy database and unrelated to the current systems.
Really killed Legacy.
Let's see. It says, based on our current investigation, we have no reason to believe that any malicious use has been made of the data. Well, of course they have to say that. It says, following types of information, first and last names, email addresses, passwords stored in the hashed and salted format, which is cryptographically whatever. Oh, secured cryptographically. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
No payments.
It's not a notepad file with your info in it.
Right. No payment or other financial information was included in this database. So what they're saying is, hey, everyone, if you have an active Wizards account, Arena, Magic Online, or whatever, you have 7 days from the time of this email to reset your password. After that, your passwords will be manually reset. So you can go do it now or wait 7 days and make a new one then.
Yeah.
Let's see.
If you reuse your password, you should probably change it though.
Yeah, also don't reuse your password.
Yeah, apparently if you go to this myaccount.wizards.com to reset your password and you put in the same password, it'll say, cool.
Of course
So
it would.
maybe use the forgot my password option to get it to reset it for you. Probably do that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's bad practice to reuse your passwords. I know it sucks keeping up with a bunch of them, but either use a tool that does that for you or get in the habit of doing it, because these liabilities are not going to go away with time, and you're going to have even more accounts tied to more things. Sure. As a lot of people with Disney Plus learned last week.
Also, don't reuse your password, seriously.
So, here's a question.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They always say, well, use a password manager. But isn't that just putting all of your passwords in one place?
I mean,
yes, but
it's like instead of leaving all of your passwords out in your living room, it's putting them all in a safe and just remembering your combination to the safe.
But, like, if LastPass has some sort of data breach, isn't everybody massively screwed?
yes and no. So first of all, most of the companies, and I can't speak for any of them in specific detail. I am not a lawyer. Consult your physician.
Your mileage may vary.
Your mileage may vary. Offer not valid in Utah.
What?
Most of the companies,
Where?
they never store. I know it's got 4 letters.
Samoflange?
Samoflange. Most of the companies never actually store any of your data in a format that they can read. In other words, it's encrypted even to them. So even if it's stolen, they stole the encrypted salted hash, and they'll notify you, hey, we had a data breach. Go ahead and go change those before anybody does anything with that. And so the thing is, the companies who do password managers, literally their job is to keep your passwords safe, whereas all other companies that have passwords for logins, that's like secondary or tertiary to their primary
It's
mission.
a requirement, not a priority.
Yeah.
Ah, okay, good point. That's just the thing
So
that
it's-
I've been wondering about, because people say that all the time, and I'm like,
Yeah, it's one of those, there's no good solution. This is the best we've got right now, is password manager. And pretty much every security expert that I've read anything from is like, yeah, you should probably use a password manager. You're
okay.
better off doing it than not doing it. There you go.
And it'll save yourself some headaches from keeping track of all of them too.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, then.
I know I've started using one.
Oh, yeah?
I just use all
Yeah.
of Chewie's passwords.
You mean all of Chewie's password?
Yep.
That's right.
My password is
Longfellow.
password. No,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
it's
See,
password
the trick is the A is an @ sign.
1.
I was required to use a special character, so I used the password special character.
Password
Oh,
featuring Batman.
You know, the other thing that I've heard, and I totally agree with, all these stupid requirements that, it has to have an uppercase and a lowercase and at least one number and at least one special character. No. The real answer is just make the damn thing long. The longer,
Correct.
the better.
Correct horse
That's
battery
it.
stapler, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Your
Okay.
data is more likely to get screwed in a leak than it is someone guessing it anyway.
Accurate.
But we digress.
All
I
right.
blame Tezzeret.
Okay, so one more thing. Whoops. Let me go back to this, because this is cropped properly, because it's not Reddit. Just for our friends in the wilds of Canada, Face-to-Face Games is doing the F2F Tour in 2020. So they're going to have this many stops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stops throughout the year. In Calgary, in this order: Calgary, Toronto, Halifax, Montreal, Edmonton, Calgary, Montreal, Toronto, Vancouver. So it's not like a huge SCG Tour thing, but it is bigger than the Face-to-Face Games tournament series was last year. So, yeah, there you go.
Defeat all the faces with your own face.
They're going to have, let's see here, 2 different kinds of events. The F2F weekends that have the F2F Tour finals plus 2 opens, and then the opens. I don't know why it's got them listed in that order, but okay. And yeah. Again, this is really just so people are aware. Wait. I'm sorry, so the tour weekend, those that I rattled off were just the weekends. Oh. There are going to be a lot more. So this is a big SCG Tour kind of thing. The F2F Tour is just the opens are going to be, oh god, Vancouver, Saskatoon, Edmonton, Hamilton, Lethbridge, Quebec City, Toronto, Charlottetown. Calgary weekend is in March. North Bay, Kelowna, I don't know how to say these things. Grand Prairie, St. John's, Kingston, Fredericton, Red Deer, not Elk. Toronto weekend is in May. Sherbrooke, and then the Halifax, Montreal, and Edmonton weekends are after that. So the weekends are the ones I rattled off first, just those 9, but there are a lot more opens.
Yeah.
And this is just the first half of the year.
Yeah, this is just going to June. So
yeah,
my understanding is that Canada has a second half of the year, and there will probably be events then.
Does Canada have?
I mean, what time is it there now? You should ask Canada.
Canada does have the last 6 months of the year, right?
I assume. I mean, I've never seen it during that time period, so I can't confirm.
Yeah, I don't know. I assume that Canada has 12 months in a year like we do, even though it should be 13. But
yeah, but they're metric months.
They're metric.
Oh, so they have 10. They have 10. Got it.
Anyway, so they're going to be finalizing the event formats. They're going to have Legacy, Pioneer, Team Constructed, and Sealed. They're going to be all kinds of side events and promo materials, and yeah, it's yeah, there you go.
Do we have any Canadians in the chat right now? Because I want to know why Manitoba is getting a raw deal here.
Maybe Manitoba will show up in the second half.
Because we appear to have eastern bits of Ontario, but Manitoba, no.
Maybe that's in the time dilation to the second half of the year. The temporal flux.
So yeah, there you go. That is your F2F Tour thingy. All right, so moving on, we have to go to Arena.
Yes.
Yes.
I guess.
The State of the Game article has given us lots of stuff to talk about.
And how?
So they're working on problems and memory leak and crashes.
From the top, we know there are problems. We're working on them.
Yep.
Ooh, the old Magic Online message.
Yeah.
Just dusting that thing off.
Yep. So yeah, glitches, FPS sucking, unresponsiveness, hanging, stuttering. Yeah, we know those happen. We have people on it. It'll be done. It'll be done. Yes.
They'll take a
There
page
you
from
go.
Blizzard and say soon.
Yes. Well, I don't know if they even say soon.
At a time.
Yeah. There will, in the future, things will occur. Excellent. Social features coming. So, you know how have you ever actually tried to play a game against a friend in the arena right now? Cuz it's tricky. You need to like contact them through a completely different means to let them know that I'm trying to do this right now.
Hmm.
And then you send a thing and then they send a thing and then you're matched up and then you play a game. And that's not great. So, there's going to be a friends list thing somewhere, kind of. They're calling it social features 1.0 because whatever it is that they do, it's not going to have everything you want right away. That they'll promise. Definitely not everything right away.
It says here I could add my friends, but it doesn't let me list my foes. Save it for 2.0.
Oh man,
That's right.
can we get a foes list? That's just called a block list, right?
I feel like I have a foes list in Overwatch, and it's not big enough.
Accurate. All right, moving on.
Is that me still moving on? I mean, I can keep
Yeah, dude,
talking
you
as
got
if
it
I
now.
actually play Arena because I don't really, but I can pretend.
There
Okay,
you
You're
go.
the one that read this article, see?
I did. No, I skimmed this article about 20 minutes ago.
Look, red is past and present when you're reading it, so you got this.
So they want you to know also that they've heard you, that you'd like to play more than just standard in Arena, and that's totally something that they're working on in ways. It may not be the way you want them to, but this is what's going to happen. Okay. So there's some stuff here. I don't want to talk about most of the stuff. The only thing I want to talk about is I want to talk about the remastered sets because I think this is where the actual important stuff is.
That is the most important bit, yeah.
Valid.
Okay, so there's some other bits. Go read the full article. You should probably go read the full article anyway. But I'm assuming that Chewie has scrolled down to the remastered bit. Okay. If he hasn't, or if you're listening to this on the audio, here you go.
He has. Go for it.
Later next year, we plan to begin adding remastered versions of older sets to Magic: The Gathering Arena. The MTG Arena team, in conjunction with Magic R&D, will be looking at multiple sets and condensing them into a single larger set that only includes the most relevant cards and adding that to the game. This will allow us to focus on what made these sets fun and exciting for players while delivering on the content much more quickly. So they're not wholesale bringing every card from every set all the way back. They're just going to bring the good stuff. Now, the problem is what they think is the good stuff may not be what you think is the good stuff. Just keep that in mind. I'm still sad about Pillar Field Ox. I know you all are too. This is a long-term commitment that will eventually lead to additional format support beyond standard and historic. Pioneer is one of the formats that we're working towards, but it'll be a longer journey before we can talk specifics. As we head toward that goal, we'll be focusing on delivering the best play experiences that these iconic card sets can offer. So again, they're bringing you we know you want all the old cards, but you don't actually.
It's true.
You really don't.
We know you don't. You know, if you're honest with yourself, you know you don't.
I've got boxes and boxes of old cards I don't ever want to see again.
Yeah, boy, howdy do I as well. So the point is, it's coming, and when? We'll tell you when it happens.
The future.
So, that's right. We're not gonna promise anything because then you'll be disappointed. But your
It also
Magic players
says
are gonna be disappointed
later
anyway.
next year.
Yeah. So with that in mind, they're doing this thing coming soon. There's a whole nother article we're going to go to in a minute. But to recap those who recently arrived, when sets rotate out of standard, instead of like a big chunky or digital collection being useless, they're now part of historic. In the interests of making historic more interesting, they're going to be adding some new stuff to historic. More on that in a few minutes. Is there anything? No, there's nothing else we need to talk about in here, is there? In this article? Or should we just go on to the historic stuff?
There's a few more details for people that want to read it, but we don't have to go into it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think we need to go
It's
into
about
it.
like events and stuff that are
Yeah.
arena
Yeah,
specific.
they're also going to try new events,
Yeah.
new types of events, new things that you'll maybe play, maybe enjoy, maybe play and hate. We don't know. We're going to try some things. You won't know if it's terrible till you try it.
Friends List and Historic Anthology 1 will be arriving on November 21, along with some quality of life improvements.
Right.
That's the only relevant other data in this article.
That's this Thursday, and that's my birthday.
Oh, it's your
Hey.
birthday present. You should have been more specific.
That's
I really
right.
should have.
You got some bug fixes for Arena, buddy. Enjoy that.
And 20 cards that.
Yes.
That
we'll
aren't
talk
filler
about,
field ox.
Yeah, we'll talk about those 20 cards in a minute.
Like now.
So, now, the historic article. MTG Arena Historic Stuff. Rollout. Autobots. Transform. And rollout.
And
So, historic, kind of originally, can we say this? We're going to speculate. We don't have any insider information. Someone realized everyone's going to be really, really pissed if like half their cards just go away like all the time. So what if we just kept them around?
Man.
Ta-da! Here it is. But again, we want to make it better. So here's the making it better. And I had to look at these dates because there's the March of History we have down here. So as Chewie alluded to, on November the 21st, Historic Anthology 1 drops. What is Historic Anthology 1, you ask? These are 20 cards. They're not new, they're old. They're 20 old cards. In theory, they're 20 old good cards. Maybe we can at least say they're 20 old interesting cards. Look, they're 20 cards. You can craft them using wild cards at the new and improved 1-to-1 rate, which is what it should have been in the first damn place. But they tried to make it suck. So there it is. Or you can instead buy them for gems. Now, if you don't remember your currencies, gems are the ones that you get very, very sparingly in the game, like almost never, but you can pay actual cash monies for. So if you want to just buy them, go ahead and buy them. Give WotC your money, hopefully using an account with a password that you haven't reused from somewhere else, or at least have recently changed.
Password.
Give them money, get gems. Use the gems to buy the Historic Anthology cards, or just craft them with all of those wild cards that you've had sitting around because you didn't know what the hell else to do with them. There you go.
There you go.
So that's coming on the 21st. Along with that...
Oh, wait. When he says you can buy them, he means a full play set.
Yeah.
Of all 20 cards for 3,400 gems.
That's right. Which I think isn't that far off from the cost in gems to enter a pre-release event. So, hooray, you win a playset of all of those cards? Yeah, that's like a pre-release event. Sure, okay. To go along with that, there's going to be a historic launch event, and the launch event costs 200 gems or 1,000 gold. So you can use either of those currencies, and you get to play as many best of one games as you want until you don't want to anymore. Yeah, that's pretty much how that always goes. What do you get for winning those games? Well, you can win cosmetics for the new cards. The new old cards, I should say, the 20 cards that are coming in. So look, if you wanted those cosmetics, this is your way to do it.
Grind.
Yay!
That, like all good things in Arena, and this is one of those things that kind of annoys me, that's going to be available for a teeny tiny little window of November 21st through the 25th. That's it. So play that event while you can. If you were traveling over that time, too bad. If you've got finals or exams or whatever, too bad. That's when it is. Now, also starting on the 21st, they have a best of 3 ranked historic queue. So, if you wanted to play constructed historic, here's your chance. It's just like playing best of 3 games. Enjoy. Ta-da.
And that'll run right up until Theros Beyond Death releases.
Yes, that will run up until January the 15th, which is when, well, Theros Beyond Death launches the next day. So it'll run through January the 15th. On January the 16th, Theros Beyond Death drops. And then something happens. They haven't really told us. So, historic tournament. To close out the historic launch with a bang, we will hold Arena's first major historic tournament just before the release of Theros Beyond Death, where you'll get a chance to prove your skill in the new old format and compete with. I added the old. And compete for some epic prizes. I didn't add the epic. They did. Those are all the details you have on that tournament for now. You'll find out more when we get close to it. Then, once Theros Beyond Death does release, Historic will transition to the off-season. We will have an evergreen best-of-3 Historic event so that competitive Historic players will always have a home, but MTG Arena's focus will turn back to Standard until Historic Anthology 2, currently planned for March 2020. So if you just want to get an idea of the cadence of things. So here, end of November, we're going to get Historic Anthology 1. We're going to do some stuff until a new standard set drops. Then a new standard set will drop in January. Then we're going to take another couple of months off, and then we'll drop another Historic Anthology set. So I kind of see what they're doing here. Yeah. Right? So when new set drops, we're going to dial back the Historic so that the new set can shine for a bit. When that starts to get boring, we're going to dial the Historic back up, throw some new old cards at you, and then we'll just wash, rinse, repeat. And now everyone's happy. Ta-da!
It's cyclical in nature.
Yeah. And of course, Historic will always be playable in the play queue for quick, casual best-of-1 games. Data shows that players don't often stick around for games 2 and 3 in a no-consequence queue like play. That's capital P, play. This leads to fewer players in the queues and worse matches all around. For serious Historic play, the Ranked Queue and Evergreen event will offer best of 3, but casual digital works better in best of 1. So, there you go. Play Historic, or play Standard, or someday, God willing, play Pioneer.
No.
Yay.
Now, what are these 20 cards? We should probably talk about these 20 cards. Chewie, do you have that image of the 20 cards that they showed?
Yeah,
Yes.
but it doesn't
Did you make the image big?
It doesn't fit on the screen when I make it big, so.
Super big.
All right. Then here are the 20 cards for those, again, on the audio streams. If you're looking right at it, you can just go look at the page. Follow the link in the show notes, and there's totally an image you can click on that has the cards. Here they are. Sarah Ascendant, Soul Warden, Kinsbale Cavalier. So those are your white cards. Treasure Hunt, Distant Melody?
Yeah.
I can't quite make that out. Okay, yes. Those are your straight up blue cards. I'm glad there are only 2. Could have been none. Would have been better at none. We got Crypt Breaker, Hypnotic Spectre, Phyrexian Arena, Tendrils of Corruption. Those are the black cards.
Whew.
Kiln Fiend, Goblin Matron.
Seems big.
Kind of important, that one. I'm sorry, I can't. It's too small. I can't read that
second
card.
right.
There we go. Hetsuka's second right. Okay. Those are your red cards. The only one that's important is Goblin Matron. As a matter of fact, the rest of these cards are all garbage. It's just Goblin Matron. They're giving me Goblin Matron. Green cards: Elvish Visionary, Fauna Shaman, and Imperious Prefect. I'm sorry, Perfect?
Yeah.
Perfect. Sorry.
Prevert.
Again, tiny picture for me. Then we have a couple of
multicolored
gold border cards. We got Burning Tree Emissary. We got Captain Sisay. We also have Ornithopter, Mind Stone, and is that Darksteel Reactor?
It is.
Yes, it is.
Yes. Okay. So there you go.
What the hell?
Those are your
An interesting collection
cards.
of 20 cards is what they are.
It is. I'm going to call it an eclectic collection of 20 cards.
Yeah, the Hitotsugu's second right it's just like hitting me in the face with a fish. I was like, what?
If target player has exactly 10 life, deals 10 damage to that player. Wow. Okay.
It's a very specific condition.
That is a very specific condition. All right. Huh. I'm just really glad that Kinsbale Cavalier is here. Because do you guys know Kinsbale Cavalier?
I played with it.
The Kithkin Knight that reads, and I quote, "Night creatures you control have double strike."
Yes.
Notice it does not say other night creatures you control
Correct.
have double strike. It actually gives it to itself
People misplay that a
People
lot.
misplay that. No one ever believes that that's really what that card does, but that's really what that card does. So,
So
yeah.
yeah, here's 20 cards from the vault. K. Like,
That, yeah.
enjoy.
From the vault.
It is, I guess it's a taste of things to come. Here are some cards.
We hope you like cards.
That's right, Stark. It is from the vault, Magic cards.
So,
But still, I really like the idea of what they're doing here, right? That they're working their way back. Sometimes you're going to get these weird things. I'm going to call this a weird thing, and that it's serving a greater purpose in the long run.
For
Yeah.
the greater good.
And they even have some sample deck lists here.
I saw a gingerbread man when you were scrolling.
I should hope so.
Always
Yeah.
fun.
Because my worry all along is that one of the things that we've seen lately that has really bothered me is that there's this like fragmentation that's occurring in Magic. So in the before times, Magic was like all the Magic cards ever, and then they realized, a lot of this is broken. Maybe we shouldn't do that, and so eventually Standard came along. And then they're like, yeah, we kind of need something in between Standard and all the cards ever. How about Legacy? And so then we had that. And then it got to be that, well, okay, we still got Standard, and that's a great merry-go-round. But man, Legacy is stupidly expensive, and nobody can get into that. And we just can't reprint some of those cards. It's really not in our vested interest to give that lots of lovin'. So how about Modern? And they threw Modern in there. And so now we've got a bunch of formats. It's like, okay, we all understand how this is working.
Now,
but then we came to
just
Arena.
to interrupt Cluze, for a full story on all of that, go listen to the Manipool number or whatever episode that was.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Number of the past.
Number 572, A Brief History of Magic Formats.
Yeah, definitely go listen to that because it's way better than this rambling that I've got. But I'm getting to a point someday. I swear. I don't know what day that's going to be. Why don't you stick around and we'll find out together next time on Monday Night Magic. No. Then when Arena came around, we had like Arena Standard that wasn't quite, it didn't feel, it was weird. And then we invented Historic, which is kind of like Legacy-ish, but not really because it only goes back a little ways. It's not even quite modern. And then Pioneer was introduced, and then we're going to have a thing on Arena that's like that, but not really. I just kind of want it all to be unified so that it's easier to understand. So it's not, I don't know. I'm going to say that there are too many formats.
That's why Legacy died.
That there are too many, because there were too many formats, so we had to kill off Legacy. Couldn't we killed off something else like Island?
Clues: a Pokemon can only know 4 moves. Them's the rules. It had to forget Legacy to learn Pioneer.
Not happy about that.
We know Clues. All right. So that's the Arena news.
Too many feelings.
Meow, meow, meow.
Meow, 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 meow. Take that, people listening to the podcast.
I'm
Take
just
that.
picturing it in my head, and it still makes me laugh. I'm not going to go look it up because then I'll just laugh for the rest of the episode.
That is what happens.
I mean, the rest of the episode is just going to be names and, well, I guess
You
we
can
have
look it up
Pioneer.
after you do your sign-off part, or you'll never get to it.
All right, so let's run through. GP Sao Paulo happened. It was Standard, so we
It is
no
now
longer
banned.
care.
That's right.
GP Sao Paulo is now banned.
Yeah.
I mean, some people won, and we'll tell you their names, but there's
Yeah.
no point in us really looking at the decks.
This is effectively a limited tournament to us at this point. Terminate?
So-
Determinate.
Determinate. It's indeterminate. And now, what is indeterminate is the number of people that played. Now,
Yeah.
it says here there were over 740 total entrants. But when Bill went to... This had a double day one.
Yeah.
So they had a day one on Friday and a day one on Saturday. And then on Sunday was day two for everybody.
Yeah, and if you add them up, the 2 day ones, the stage 1A and 1B, it gets to like 657 or something. So 654 or whatever. It's like 100 less almost.
We're pretty sure that an integer number of players played, but we can't even prove that.
The answer is not I. So, because that's mine and it's missing.
That was pretty good.
But yeah. So some people were there. They played standard, and because they broke numbers, like standard was banned. So there you go. That's what happened. They did it. Good job.
Like real quick, let's look at the metagame breakdown. Sultai Sacrifice.
Look at that.
Sultai Food, Simic Food were the top 3, not close.
Yeah.
And that's day 2.
That's a lot of numbers.
Yeah. So it says about 50% of them are playing Oko. Which
they sure were.
Is too
the other
much,
50% were Elks.
as we've said before. So yeah. All right. So where is our thing? Okay. So Tiago Rosenman won the whole thing.
Good job.
Wait a minute. Are the top 8 deck lists, are these in order?
Can I object to a thing, or have I already spent my standing on a soapbox yelling?
What are you objecting to now?
For the day? I'd like to object to the use of Twitter as an archiving service for coverage.
Oh well, yeah, we've been objecting to that
because
since...
it's so dumb. You have you literally have a web page right here. I'm looking at it. You could just put this picture, or better yet, in text, put the stuff that made up this graphic on your damn web page.
I don't think they're listening to us.
Do you want a broken internet? Because this is how you get a broken internet.
Well, now I'm sad for
I'm going back to GeoCities.
Really?
No.
You mean Yahoo GeoCities?
All right. Enough of that. So, yeah, Tiago Rosenman won. He was playing Simic Food. Danilo Modesto took second with Sultai Sacrifice. Ruda dos Reis was in third with Sultai Sacrifice.
Cool name.
Do what?
That's a cool name.
It is. Let's see. Joao Lucas Caparros, let's say, was in fourth with Sultai Sacrifice. Tiago... Hang on. There's lots of S's here. Casasanta, there we go. Took fifth with Jund Sacrifice. Gonzalo Valdenegro took sixth with Rakdos Sacrifice. A lot of sacrificing going on here.
That's how you bring a format down.
I guess. Whoops. Tiago Saporito took seventh with Sultai Food. And Pedro Perini took eighth with Rakdos Knights.
Which is a weird concept.
Wow, Rakdos Knights. That's actually really freaking cool.
For those of you listening in audio, that's Knights with a K, not what you actually associate with Rakdos.
Wow, look at this deck. This deck hasn't been banned at all.
Well, you'll probably see it again then.
Rotting Regisar. Wow.
Oh, it's Rotten Reggie.
Anyway, so that was your standard thing with its apparently 740 participants, even though we could only find 650 some of them. Very strange.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Unless like stage 2 like inherits people from its own pool. I have no idea how this works.
Yeah, it's very strange. Like when he said the numbers didn't match up, I expected the totals from the 2 days of stage 1 to be more than stage 2 for people double dipping, but it was 100 less and my brain broke. What?
Well, like the text on screen, since 6 players qualified in both stage 1A and 1B, that also means that there's probably some overlap. So I don't know.
Yeah, this says around 300 players were competing. This one says over 340 players were competing.
Yeah.
Which I think this must be a typo.
The
740, because they said
Yeah.
right here it's 300 and 340, which is 640.
And I checked the numbers from the runs, and they did match the like 307 and 347. So
Okay, so it's just a typo. They didn't invent 100 people.
you don't know that, you weren't there.
I'm guessing they didn't.
They were
invent
playing
100 people.
God there.
I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt that they didn't invent 100 people. All right, so that was GP Sao Paulo. Well done to all of those Tiagos, because there were a bunch of Tiagos. There were 3
Well done,
in the top 8.
veterans of the final Oko battle.
Yeah. All right, so let's go to the SCG Invitational at SCG Con. Invitational was Modern and Pioneer, remember? Because everyone hates Standard, so they changed it from Standard to Pioneer. The Day 2 metagame breakdown. Now, it was a split format tournament, so this is going to be a little weird, but let's start with Modern, because we know this already. In Modern, in Day 2, there were 24 Simic Urza decks, 18 Amulet Titan, Grixis Death Shadow, and Simic Wurza decks. Those are different. 12 Mono Green Tron, 11 each of Burn and Eldrazi Tron, and then there's a sharp drop-off to only 6 people playing humans. And it drops off from there, but there's a whole lot of drop-off. Lots of 2s and 1s. Yeah. So lots of different things being played in Modern. Now, Pioneer, there were 21 Hardened Scales decks, 19 Mono Green Devotion decks, another sharp drop-off, 11 each of Mono Black Aggro and Simic Aggro, 10 each of Simic Nexus and Is It in Soul. Wow, I forgot all about In Soul Artifact. I'm guessing that's what In Soul is, right? It's got to be.
It's got to be.
Running Scissors, I would assume.
That's the one, yeah. You know what? Let's run through this pretty quick. I'm going to stop with the numbers. We're in single digits now. Bant, Ramp, Is It Phoenix, Mono Red Aggro, Azorius Flash, Gruul Aggro, Is It Emerge, Mono Green Ramp, Azorius Control, Simic Eldrazi, Sultai Super Friends. Wouldn't that be the Legion of Doom? Bant Spirits, Esper Control, Golgari Field, Jeskai Ascendancy, Kethis Combo, Rakdos Aggro, Teamer Midrange, Abzan Red. Oh my god. Really? 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 Okay, sorry, Abzan Red. I had a flashback to several years ago. Bant Company, Bant Flash, Boros Heroic, Burn. Dimir Control, Esper Super Friends, Goblins, Golgari Delirium.
Wait, hold it. Goblins?
Yes, 1.
Nice.
Gruul Ramp, Mono Black Devotion, Mono Black Vampires, Possibility Storm. Oh dear God.
Possibility Ant.
Rakdos. Damn it, Cluze. Rakdos Midrange, Rakdos Pyromancer, Selesnya Hexproof, Simic Hardened Scales, Soul Flare, and Sultai Midrange.
TV VCR repair, or get your degree.
You can major in business management or accounting.
Or accounting.
And the Beast Father, Aaron Goodbye.
That's Stark's degree.
So that's the metagame breakdown for day 2 for both Pioneer and Modern. Let's go look at what's
breaking down.
Now, there's a separate list here for decks that went 7-1 in both formats, because it's a split format. Just knowing what these people are playing only sort of helps. So, yeah, if you want to check those out, there are links on the website, because Star City has more than one person doing coverage stuff.
Yeah. I mean, good luck finding this event again in the future, but for now, it's right here.
Yeah, it'll be in the archives and for some period of time, and then it'll disappear forever. So let's start with Modern again, because we know it. So Chris Barone won the Invitational playing humans in Modern. What was he playing in Pioneer? Mono Black
Aggro.
Okay. Adam Franci was playing Mono Green Tron in Modern and Mono Green Devotion in Pioneer. He's
loves green.
All about those forests. Dan Salvatore took third with Grixis Death Shadow and Mono Green Devotion. Sam Birkenbile took 4th with Amulet Titan and Gruul Aggro. Probably going to open these decks up in a second just to get a peek, because I've literally never looked at a Pioneer deck list before. Kevin Huang took 5th with Eldrazi Tron and Hardened Scales. Steven Dykman took Simic Urza to 6th and Golgari Delirium along with it. Noah Walker was on Grixis Death Shadow and Is It in Soul in 7th. Good, we get to see that deck. And Dylan Huckabone took 8th with Crabvine in Modern and Bant Ramp in Pioneer. So just real quick. Just going to open these up and just take a peek. Just a peek. Just a little All right, so Mono Black Aggro. I see Rankle, Night Market Lookout, Murderous Rider, yep, Knight of the Ebon Legion, makes sense, Gutter Bones, Blood Soaked Champion, and Scrap Heap Scrounger. Woo! And Smuggler's Copter.
Snake.
And Fatal Push and Thoughtseize. Yeah, okay, this definitely looks Mono Black Aggro. Yeah, very much so.
Like death from above if you got a copter.
And there's our old buddy Kalitas just hanging out in the board, as always. Hey, buddy. All right, the Mono Green Devotion deck. I'm seeing Walking Blitz. Why is Walking? Oh, because Nykthos makes all the mana. Oh, yeah. So we've got Walking Ballista, Burning Tree Emissary, Elvish Mystic, Jade Light Ranger, ooh, Llanowar Elves, Scavenging Ooze, Voracious Hydra, Nissa Who Shakes the World, and Vivian Arcbow Ranger. Huh. And of course, Nykthos, Castle Garenbrig, which, yeah, that makes perfect sense. And Once Upon a Time. This is just all creatures and planeswalkers with Once Upon a Time.
I mean,
because it's
Nykthos is really, really strong when you can play it.
Thus far, they haven't said that Nykthos is a problem, so that's good.
We'll see.
This deck looks like this. Oh, there's a Questing Beast. So there's a little difference, but I think the Questing Beast is the little difference. Okay, that's 3rd place.
Still legendary.
It always will be. Gruul Aggro here in 4th. What do we have? The Rampager, yup. Rabble Master, Legion War Boss, Llanowar Elves, Lovestruck Beast, Questing Beast, Smuggler's Copter, Once Upon a Time, Wild Slash, and Embercleave. This is a trippy deck. Huh, okay. So you've got your elves to ramp yourself out to get you to 3 mana and then start hitting people with things. Makes sense. I like it. Hardened Scales. Okay, so we should have Hanger. Yep, there's Hangerback Walker, Stonecoil Serpent, Ballista, of course, Experiment 1, Pelt Collector, another Voracious Hydra, Blinding Constrictor, yup, Rishkar, Pima Renegade, yup. This is the Hardened Scales deck that we should recognize. Once Upon a Time, of course. Nissa, Voice of Zendikar. This is that Nissa. And
Different
another
Nissa.
Vivian. Yeah.
Chillin'.
That is a sweet bow. Round. Okay.
Okay. So you +1 to loyalty.
Oh, God. All right. The Golgari Delirium deck. Wow, I'd completely forgotten about Delirium. There's
That's how it
Ishkana.
works.
There's Kalitas. Okay. Courser of Krufix. Yup. Tireless Tracker. Scoos. Murderous Rider. Grim Flare. Yup. Walking Ballista. Noxious Gearhulk. Liliana Last Hope. And Vraska Golgari Queen. Then we have our Removal and Disruption. Dead Weight. Abrupt Decay. Assassin's Trophy. Fatal Push. Grizzly Salvage. Ooh. There's the Traverse the Ulvenwald. And Duress and Thoughtseize. Yep. This all makes perfect sense. It's like a greatest hits.
Yeah.
It's weird. The Is It in Soul deck in 7th. Okay, here we go. So here is our Running with Scissors, the Ensoul artifact. Which for 2 mana turns an artifact into a 5/5 creature. A 5/5 creature, yeah. So what do we have? Bomat Courier, Ginger Brute, Stonecoil Serpent, Skilled Animator. What's that do? Enters the battlefield. Target artifact you control becomes a 5/5 for as long as Skilled Animator remains on the battlefield. I completely forgot about this card.
These are additional scissors.
I recognize the art, but I completely forgot this card. Whirler Rogue. Hope of Girapur. Yep. Ghostfire Blade. Oh. Smuggler's Copter, of course. Metallic Rebuke. Ooh. Shrapnel Blast and Wild Slash. This looks sick.
Yeah, Ginger Brute looks really good in this deck.
Murder Cookie.
Murder Cookie indeed.
All right. And then Bant Ramp. Oh, God. Look at this. It's got
Ramp.
30 lands. Why does it have 30 lands?
Because those lands do stuff. Like make zombies.
Sassy Field of the Dead.
Some blast zones and whatnot.
Yeah, there's a Blast Zone. Huh, okay. So we've got Arboreal Grazer and Elvish Rejuvenator, which in this deck, yeah. Oko, Teferi, Time Raveler, and the Ugin.
Only one of these things is okay.
Wait,
It's the Ugin.
because there's a new Ugin, right? Did they print a second Ugin? I can't remember. My brain is completely
You
shut
mean
off.
from Or the Spark?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But this is the original.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
the Ugin.
It's the Ugin, not Ugin.
Ah, okay. That was the question. Yeah. So then we've got Azorius Charm, Growth Spiral, Settle the Wreckage, Sphinx's Revelation, Supreme Verdict, and Hour of Promise. Yeah, okay. This also looks sick. Jesus. All right. Well, that's the top 8. Oh, the Goblins deck didn't make the list.
Alas.
Nope.
Boo. Hang on.
Needed
I wanna
more
look-
scissors.
I want to look at a Simic aggro deck.
Do
Yep,
ya?
there's a Goose. That's what I expected. And
The goose is
Galta.
loose.
And Ronus. And Whoa, Yorvo! Stubborn Denial, Heart of Kieran. Yeah, okay. All right. This all looks okay. Yeah. All right. So that's the end of that.
Aha. Go team. Well, keep an eye out. I'm sure the format will change more on possibly a week-to-week basis.
Oh, yeah. And the Possibility Storm deck got a deck tech. Please don't autoplay. It didn't autoplay.
Ooh, bonus.
Where the hell is Possibility Storm?
Under spells.
Oh, God. It's got Weirding Wood, Once Upon a Time, Enter the Infinite. Oh, dear God.
Does it say 999th place?
It does.
Wow.
Pretty sure that was a mistake.
Take
Welcome
that,
to
Super
list,
Nintendo.
Elvish Mystic, Fae of Wishes, Gilded Goose, Elves of the Llanowar variety, Rosethorn Acolyte, Lovestruck Beast, Borborygmos Enraged. What the hell is this deck? Alright, so Possibility Storm, because why would you ever remember? Whenever a player casts a spell from his or her hand, the player exiles it, then exiles cards from the top of his or her library until they exile a card that shares a card type with it. That player may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Then you put all the cards exiled with it on the bottom in a random order. So I'm guessing... And what's Weirding Wood do? When it enters the battlefield, investigate. Okay, so Weirding Wood is there to find... well... So you want to... Hold on.
I do want to hold on.
There's a card type with it, so you can't get a free Enter the Infinite. Draw cards equal to the number of cards in your library. Oh, and put one back. So wait, do you want to draw your whole deck and then get Borborygmos Enraged and then discard all the lands? Is that... oh, wait. we've got a Fae of Wishes too. So we've got another Possibility Storm. We've got Ether Gust, Flame Sweep, Fry. Oh, the Fae of Wishes is a sorcery. Okay, I forgot that the Adventurer is a sorcery. Okay.
Yeah.
There's how you get the free Enter the Infinite. I was really tripped out for a hot second there. Oh, also Lovestruck Beast and Rosethorn Acolyte are also sorceries.
Okay.
Remember, kids, adventures are complicated.
But wait,
Yeah.
if you use the sorcery of the Adventurer, you're only going to get Enter the Infinite, right?
Right.
Oh!
Yeah, you see what they did there.
Oh! Oh, and apparently chat has been telling me this for a while.
Yes.
I was trying real hard not to look at chat.
I was fun watching you follow it.
Wait,
Trace the
also
thread.
Stark
Don't
said
spoil
that Ugin the Spirit Dragon is the other Ugin. I can't remember the names of the Ugins.
Ugin the Spirit Dragon is the original one. The new one's Ineffable.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this deck is silly. You have to be able to cast your Possibility Storm, so that's why you have so much ramp. But yeah, that's really silly. How do you get the Borborygmos Enraged? Oh, that's the one you put back, isn't it? Yeah. You get your free Enter the Infinite, then you cast another creature to get the Borborygmos Enraged back in your library. So that you can cast another creature to get it, and then you... Okay, I see it now.
It's a bit of a journey.
Okay. See, my brain... In my own defense, my brain does not think in bizarre combos. It just never has. So I have to piece
That's
it
why
all
it's fun
together.
watching you trace through it.
Thanks for the help there, by the way.
No problem.
Crotch.
Anytime.
Generating content, sir.
Yeah, we are. Speaking of generating content, we've got... So are we done? We're done now, right? Yeah, we're done.
Yeah.
So let's open a thing. So I'm gonna assume this is because of my birthday, let's say, but I was essentially gifted this Throne of Eldraine gift edition. Ooh, shiny.
That seems appropriate.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm gonna assume it's because of my birthday. To use as a what's an EV. So we're gonna.
Are we
open
going to be
this.
tracking the EV then?
I mean, just for the rares, because I don't think there are any uncommons that are worth anything at all. Unlike Modern Horizons, where there is stuff that's worth stuff.
Theoretically valuable.
Yeah.
All right, where are we going for our card prices here, Squee?
Stocks.
Ow. All right. Huh? So this has. Should I open the whole thing or just? Should we spread it out over a few episodes?
That was up to you, buddy.
Yeah, that's your call, man.
What the hell was that?
It's a Samaflange. I said so earlier.
Oh, it's the don't steal this.
Well, don't.
Little thing, which it just looks all white with the way the camera's picking it up. But if I hold it like
Stop
this,
stealing it.
you can see that there's some texture there. See. Okay, so this comes with a that's a big ass spin down. Look at the size of that. Hang on, let me get a regular.
It's kind of.
Here's a D20. Look at the size of this compared to a normal D20. Like that's... Oops, sorry. That's way bigger.
That's true.
Jesus.
He's not wrong. It's bigger.
I had no idea. Okay, so it comes with that, with the nice little, I'm going to guess Eldraine symbol. Yep, there's the Eldraine symbol at 20 life. Ooh. Okay. It comes with... I never will understand this. 20 basic lands. 20
Add the
foil
box.
basic lands with also a foil Piper of the Swarm. Foil alternate art. Piper of the Swarm there. Ooh. And the basics. For some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why it comes with 20 foil lands, but whatever.
For your collection, you see.
It comes with 10. What is this? Oh, it comes with rules. 2 random rules inserts. 10 boosters. And then 1 collector booster. Ooh. Okay, so, tell you what. I think in order to maximize tension, I guess, or hype, or whatever, we're gonna do this over 3 episodes. How's that sound?
Okay.
Great.
I'm gonna open 5 of these now because they're standard boosters, so it's not like it's a thing that requires any effort.
Okay.
And then next week we'll open 5
normal
more, and then
versions, right?
the final week I'll open the collector booster
There you go.
because it's probably got an Oko in it now that he's gonna plummet. So,
That'll teach you.
all right, so here we go. First booster, we've got a food token.
Checks
Nice.
out.
We've got a swamp. All right. Oh, okay. So we've got bacon to a pie, 7 dwarves, out muscle, wicked guardian, jousting dummy, blow your house down, wolf's quarry. Oh, look at the little bacon. Queen of ice, lonesome. Come on, unicorn, ginger brute. That's me. All right. Those are the commons. No problem. Uncommons: hypnotic sprite, Sirfarin the Hengehammer. Great name. Oh, I guess I can show you these. Hypnotic Sprite. Ooh. Sirfarin the Hengehammer. Hengehammer.
Hengehammer.
Sorcerer's Broom. Nice. Okay, and then the last one is a Castle Ardenvale. Look at that. Castle
Or
Ardenvale.
castling.
That is 79 cents.
All
Yep.
right.
You opened the cheapest castle.
Hell yeah. That is my luck. All right. Now we're opening a Throne of Eldraine gift edition. All right. So that was 1. Where are the 1, 2, 3, 4? All right. That was easy. Ding.
Good job.
Ah. All right. Unexplained Vision, Smitten Swordmaster, Redcap Raiders, Flutterfox, Shining Armor, Witch's Cottage, Knight of the Keep, Fell the Pheasant, Witching Well, Ardenvale Paladin. Okay.
Ah, you can put that in your castle.
Commons are common. All right. All the glitters for an uncommon. Skull Knocker Ogre. Excellent name.
Yeah.
And Covetous Urge. Ooh.
Yeah, most of those are floating in like the 20 to 25 cent range, so I'm not
Yeah.
mad. I'm gonna add them up.
All right, we got a boar. Oh my god, look, it's food. Look at the bacon. Yay. Okay. It's bacon that's not ripe yet, see? A forest. And the final one is Linden the Steadfast Queen.
35 cents.
Nice.
That's a big step down.
It is. Starks and Chewie, you've said some terrible things, but that sure was another one. What, bacon that's not ripe yet? I mean, I assume that's what you're talking about.
Pre-bacon.
All right, 3rd pack. We've got a fairy. Yay, fairy token. And we've got a plains. Okay. Schmancy. Merchant
Checked
of the
out.
Vale. Marrowleaf Rider. Malevolent Noble. Bloodhaze Wolverine. Mantle of Tides. Fairy Guide Mother. Signpost. Scarecrow. Hengewalker. Curious Pair. So tiny. Commons. Uncommons. Giant Opportunity. Let's see, beans. Gotta have beans.
Lots of beans, lots of beans.
Heraldic Banner. That's a thing.
Mhm.
And Order of Midnight.
Midnight.
All right, and the rare is the Magic Mirror. Well, that's a mythic that's probably not worth anything.
$2.12.
Well, more
Hey,
nice.
it's a new high.
All right, now reminder: this gift edition cost $60.
Living that dream.
Yeah,
But you got all those basic lands.
yeah. That's what I've always wanted. There's some foiled lands. All right. What's the token? A human rogue. Aw, ain't she cute? And a
Shank,
swamp.
shank.
Look, it's Valera. Okay. Here we go. Brimstone Trebuchet, which I know Cluze loves because it's a trebuchet.
Indeed.
And it's red. Steel Gaze Griffin Reeve Soul, tall as a beanstalk, wishful merfolk. Outflank, Memory Theft, Lochthwain Gargoyle. Twin Veil Treefolk. Alright, those are the commons.
Haha.
Oakhame Ranger, first uncommon. Venerable Knight, second uncommon. And Arcanist's Owl, third uncommon. Okay. Wait, I have 2 cards left. Oh, I have a Shiny Forest.
Ooh. I'm not looking that up.
Yay. An extra Shiny Forest. And then the rare is the Iron Crag Pyromancer.
63 cents.
Nice. Killing it.
Killing something.
All right, final booster for this episode.
Come on, Bandoko. Come on, Bandoko.
That is the hope, because it's still legal in all those other formats.
Some of those other formats.
All the ones that matter. In other words,
There you
not
go.
Brawl.
Take that, Brawl. You know what you did.
All right, we got another food token, the one with the boar's head.
Oh, that'll go great with that Oko you didn't open.
Yeah, and then a plains. Okay. Commons, Raging Redcap, Festive Funeral, Ogre Errant, Lash of Thorns, Rosethorn Acolyte. Oh, look, that's in a Pioneer deck. It's worth money. Roving Keep, Didn't Say Please. Arden Vale Paladin, Dwarven Mine, Weapon Rack. Okay.
All right.
Uncommons, Into the Story. Very pretty.
Hey, that's your most valuable uncommon yet. 30 cents.
Wow. Cauldron Familiar, because, kitties. And Witch's Oven.
Delicious.
And finally, Wicked Wolf. Yeah, I got the big bad wolf. Look at him.
125.
He's a good puppy. I almost said a good kitty. That's not it. All right. So what's my haul?
$5.14.
Nice. Hey, look up, if you will, the promo. Where did I put it?
It's
Oh,
less
it's right
than
here.
$1.
The promo Piper of the Swarm?
Yeah, less than $1.
Okay. Well, there you go then. Good lord, I got boosters everywhere. This is why I didn't want to do it all.
Now you have paper. He's got the magic odds to burn to get through the winter. Called the burn test. Determines whether or not you freeze to death.
But
9th place burn.
9th place.
No, I'm sorry. It was 10th place burn, wasn't it?
I don't
I
remember.
mean, if
that.
you burn someone else's deck, they can't, present. So maybe you got 9th place.
Pretty sure you're disqualified.
Yeah, at 9th place.
So I don't. That's a giant spin down. Jesus.
That's the true value, is that the extra value went into making the spin down larger.
I guess.
You should use that for a commander deck.
So I would like to thank Kim, who's in the chat, Random K-Ho, for that. I appreciate it. So next week we'll open the other 5, and then after that we'll open the big money thing, the collector booster, and see if I made my $60 back. Or I guess Kim's $60 back.
There you go.
I'm gonna guess not, but that's me. Cluze managed to
Oops,
do
all
pretty well
over.
with his What's an EV, so...
I did, but just with the one card, really.
there were two.
Of the 3 or so that I've done over time, one of them came out ahead. The other 2 were no.
Yeah. All right, then. Yay! So I guess we're done?
Yeah. So it begins. All right, you can find me. Are we done?
Sorry.
I'm afraid of clicking on that.
Cluze dropped the too many feelings
Oh, then yeah, I'm not looking at that just yet.
image.
Yeah, I've gotta stop looking at it so I can sign off in a minute.
Well, you're doomed. All right, so you can find me on Twitter at SqueeGoblinAbob. There's no Y in Goblin because it's hiding out in southern Canada to avoid all those tournaments. The rest of me you'll find on Twitter where I'm just, posting nonsense as I tend to do. Yeah, I'm not doing any cons or anything anytime soon. I'm just enjoying the fact that we are slowly approaching the holidays, and that means I can finally start catching up on all the video games and everything. So I won't, but I can try.
Right.
Yes. So that is going to be what I got. So,
Okay, so you can find me on the Twitters. I'm at Cluze, spelled just like it is in the show notes. Oh, by the way, we have show notes. You should check it out. There are links to many of the things that we have discussed tonight. If you wanted to read more of those articles that we didn't read all of, that's a place to find those links. I will be at PAX Unplugged coming up in just a couple of weeks. And I will also theoretically be catching up on video games over the holidays, but I won't actually succeed at that. Not in any meaningful way. And now I'm going to pass it over to Chewie and try not to laugh while staring at this image while he talks.
All right. So hi, I'm Chewie. I do all the things here. So we stream Monday Night Magic and the Mana Pool here on twitch.tv/the Mana Pool. Then the video goes up on youtube.com/the Mana Pool. But also I stream other stuff. Here lately, let's see. I've been streaming a little bit of Hearthstone Battlegrounds, some Dota Underlords, because I'm all about the auto battler genre, but not Teamfight Tactics because I hate that game. I've been playing through Link's Awakening, the remake on the Switch, which is adorable beyond all reason. And I did one day last week, and then soon, probably on Wednesday, I'll be playing more Hand of Fate, which is a very weird roguelike deck building Arkham combat game. It's really bizarre.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of fun because it's a roguelike, and then you have combat, so you actually get to, get in there and do stuff instead of just watch stuff happen. And sometimes you die, and sometimes the game screws you, and sometimes you fall in a hole.
You should write Hallmark cards.
Thanks, buddy. So that's a thing that I'll be doing very soon. I'm very close to beating it. I was having major controller issues the last time I played it, so I only got one run done. But I've only got two successful runs left before I win. So I'm going to try to do that on Wednesday. It's going to be awesome. In theory. So that's that. Over on youtube.com/the Mana Pool, basically videos of all that stuff I just said is going up. Link's Awakening, Dota Underlords, Hearthstone Battlegrounds, and soon Hand of Fate. So, yeah. If all that sounds good to you, you should go check it out. Because, yeah, I play the Hearthstone Battlegrounds I played with Mike, one of my Mana Pool co-hosts. The Dota Underlords I played with chat. Got 3 other people in chat, and we went into some games of Underlords. And then Link's Awakening, I was a single player game, so I was playing that by myself. That's how that works. But
yeah.
Oh my god, guys. Link's Awakening is just disgusting. It's so cute. And when you get the Pegasus boots and he runs, the little pitter-patter of his feet. Oh my god, it's so cute.
It's true.
Cluze, were you laughing at Pitter Patter or were you laughing at Drink Yourself Happy?
Little both. A little both.
Just checking.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column drunk.
A little bit of meow 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 meow.
So we should stop this before Cluze loses his mind. So hey, Manipool Productions, which is who does all of this. Manipool Productions is me. Hey, but that's the legal entity responsible for Monday Night Magic and the Manipool and all of the streams and YouTube content. But what was I just saying? Manipool Productions is a Patreon supported endeavor. It allows me to keep doing all of this because you get one YouTube video a day, every day, sometimes more, usually just one though. And all the streams and 2 podcasts a week. It's just a lot. So you can go to patreon.com/themanipool to become a lifeguard of one of, I think, 4 tiers. Yeah. And depending on your lifeguard tier, you get bonus stuff. So you could get Manipool episodes and YouTube videos early, or you could get access to the odds and ends, which is behind the scenes nonsense recorded before and after both podcasts. That is, they're like usually, I think the shortest odds and ends are like 20 or 30 minutes. The long ones are like 3 hours. So usually they seem to be an hour, hour and a half is like the average. So you get a whole lot of content. I'm making finger quotes for those listening to the audio version. It's like serious finger quotes. Because it's us figuring out what the show is going to be, or talking about whatever's going on in life, or talking about whatever nerdy thing we happen to all be fascinated with. Yeah, I've been told that they're a lot of fun. I wouldn't know I'm there. I'm too close to the situation.
A little too real.
Exactly. So... Wait, that was only the $5 and $10. So at the $20 tier, you become a Mythic Lifeguard, which gets you all of that other stuff and the sponsorship shout out on both podcasts and on the end screen for all the YouTube videos. So I'd like to thank our Mythic Lifeguards: Jason Doan, Kim Ho, Andrew Hunt, Al, Lance Delicious, Timmy Hellas Are You, Connor Kennedy, John Morris, Alex Gonzalez, Scuzzo, Jeff Spencer, Stuart Slaw, PJ McMullen, Sophia Bertain, Casey, Fayen Says, Danny Liao, Cody Buckowing, Jake Jansons, Jason Kaus, Gothic Man, Stark Maximum, John Parker, Violet Moon, Beardy Man, Dan Holm, Bardle, Sarah Jane, Backwards Logic, and the Beast Father, Aaron Goodwine. So yeah, this has been Monday Night Magic number 674. And yeah, stay tuned for the next episode where I open more of this. See if I make my money back. I seriously doubt it.
That's not really how magic usually works.
Not really. So yeah, with that, we'll be done. So thank you all so very much for joining us, and go play some Magic.